and I know Onyx. I don't know what the heck is a phonic. That sounds like a made-up word.
Oh, yeah, it's made up.
Bro, come on, man.
It's made up.
I know my England. Come on.
You know your England?
Yes.
I love England, man.
Yeah, dude.
I love England, too. Welcome to the England
Soccer is the
stream.
best.
What?
Soccer is that. I like saying that.
Hey,
too.
you're right.
Yeah, I'll get that fist bump right in front of the soccer guy.
These guys.
He loves soccer, man. Soccer is the
Oh,
best.
shut up.
Bruno's the
Oh
best
my
soccer
god.
Hey,
Are
they
we
went with.
serious?
Guys, I think we just call it now. I think we're just going to go back.
It's
Say
open.
we meet back here in next match.
Yeah.
Yeah? 30 minutes, come back.
Oh man.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Less than that.
Oh man, but it's not Great Dangerous Grass, it's Expanding Rivers, Lafel, so it's,
Alright, thank you.
it's like I think 4 minutes longer usually to end games here.
Just now it was like, what, 13? So it's
13, 40, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, I like it because again, earlier they were able to pick up the Hilda early with the Claude because it was Dangerous Grass. Now that it's Expanding Rivers, you need more tempo, you need just more prio, and the Cho definitely gets you that. So I love the change for Aurora. Now it's Claude and Cho, and it's still devastating for Falcons to go for Yves because if they go for Yves, then it's a good matchup for Claude. If they go for Sin, then Aurora just pick up the Yves, and then it's a good matchup for Yves. So what do Falcon do? I hope it's not carry. That's just the only thing I hope. Okay.
Well, they finally get the Fred. That's
Yes.
step one.
Please don't go carry. Oh,
I've been
That's
waiting
scary.
for too
I think that's
long.
GG.
It's.
and again, the Yves still works here for Aurora
Yep.
because they are like, okay, we just go for Yves, we get the value against the Fredrin and the carry. We zone both of them away. We set up for a possible Harley, but even if it's not a Harley, then it's probably going to be the Lancelot, right? It's probably going to be something else that we saw banned out, but now Falcon have to make a decision whether it's going to be the same bans, like the Haya, the Lancelot, or do they ban the Harley and leave one of those open?
I think.
a
I think
lose-lose.
you
I would
might wanna
actually ban the Harley.
I was gonna say. I think
would-
you might want to ban the Harley. Man.
I'd rather go up against a Lancelot than a Harley. Because at least with the Lancelot, you can be like, yeah, that's a good hero. With the Harley, you kind of feel like,
What do I do?
yeah.
Especially if you want to play it slow like this, the front to back just doesn't work.
I don't mind playing against a Harley if my flicker is a 20-second cooldown.
Okay, but that's never gonna happen.
Yep.
So you
I'm
don't
sure there's going to be one game mode that Moontown will introduce that has a 20-second flicker timing and a 120-second retribution timing.
I know Brawl's pretty quick. I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
it's
20.
pretty quick, yeah.
Okay, so it's
Ooh.
an Esmeralda ban for Aurora. They don't have any plans to go for any shred, so, you know, makes sense. Only thing they need to ban... Actually, the Uranus ban makes sense, too. You know, it's already Brock on Falcon's side. It's just... Then they need to go for a carry in the mid lane, which is what, Farsa? And it's not really the best against this comp.
What else would they go other than Farsa? Like, yeah, other than the
Kimmy?
Farsa,
It's not the
you've
best.
still seen a whole lot of. Yeah, Kimmy or Lunox is
Honestly,
the other
if
top
they want
mid
something like an Arlet, I can make an argument for ZTS.
Oh yeah, we did.
Ooh.
that
But again,
was-
like, it was kind of an okay game for Arlet, but they didn't pick it up, so I don't know if it's in their repertoire. Repertoire.
So you do know England.
Yeah. I think that's Paris.
Repertoire.
Yeah,
It does sound...
kind of sounds. Yeah.
English word.
Yeah.
No.
Could be Italian, could be France.
Okay.
All right. Good thing we're on the.
This is the international broadcast, not English.
Oh,
that's true.
I think it is the English broadcast, by the way. I don't think it's the international broadcast, but Uranus gets banned out as
Okay.
expected.
Is
They
this
don't
respect or not?
I think it's respect, man. They already have a Grok usually sets up for one of those picks as
Yeah.
Uranus to come out, and Aurora don't have enough shred to really deal with it unless they snowball, so they don't want to take any risks, unlike, you know, some other teams.
So the question here.
Harley or
ban.
not?
Yeah.
You know you were affected from the last game,
Yeah.
depending on this ban right here.
Yeah.
It could also not be that, and then just saying like they wouldn't pick it again.
Yeah.
Like that could also be another case because I do think, let's say,
Let's
TNC
see.
picks it up again, but
Yeah.
you got a Fredrin and a Grok here. Maybe you'll be able to handle it better. I just don't know what
No,
else.
but the
other-
carry is still gonna suffer,
the carry's
dude.
gonna suffer. Yeah, the carry will still suffer.
Maybe they just don't like Sando.
Maybe they just don't like. Well, it's the Hayabusa that gets banned out. The Harley and the Lancelot are both open, so Aurora, I think they're just gonna wait for the last pick to pick up the jungle, right? They can just go XP first.
Yeah, XP.
What is the XP going to be is the question now. No Sora. Do they just
Lob. Oh no.
Hey,
the risk.
set up for a neutral objective take, man? This box that they're setting up is deadly.
Yep. We got a circle. We got a
box.
box.
A two
not
circle.
a circle. If they pick up a Lancelot, that's it. That's the squid going combo.
Yeah.
Got the shapes.
All the shapes locked down. This is great though. Like the amount of crowd control that Aurora has. Thank you.
Better than great.
Oh, right.
Sir, better than ever.
Let the world see us. That's just completely ideal, by the way.
Dare to be great, man.
Dare to be great.
I think they pick up this turn is also saying just in case if they pick up an Arlet, they can do with it. Well, there's the
Arlet
Arlet.
And the Kimmy.
Okay.
All right, so this could be a Lancelot, could still be the Harley, could be a actually no, not Joy. Yeah, I mean, whatever. TNZ, what do you want to go for?
Probably Lancelot.
Imagine they go Leomord, dude. Nah, there's so much CC for Leomord, right?
Yeah.
I would not mind seeing a Harley again.
Just to see it go again.
Yeah.
Let's see. They are.
Oh, that was definitely not hard.
Gwyn. Okay.
Haven't won the game so far.
Oh my god, but this is such a... See, I love Gwyn when it's actually picked in a good matchup. Against a Fredrin, this is what you want. You win on the red trees against the Fredrin, just lock him down. I like it. I really like it.
But let me just say, in that previous game, Grok suffered its first defeat.
Ooh.
First defeat in Swiss stage. It has been 100% all the while.
Holy Grok.
And in terms of Claude versus Carry, Claude has won 9 times and Carry has won 4.
What
so
a
more than
matchup.
half.
What is that percentile? That's not good. That's
60.
not good. Yeah.
More than
right?
half.
Something like that.
At least 57.
At least positive for Claude.
It's not 6-7.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of 6-7, we're jumping into our second game here. Falcon going up against Aurora Gaming, where Aurora won very devastatingly in game number 1. With this Claude and Eve again, can they do it again? I think they can. Let's jump into the line of dawn.
Let's go. Here it is, folks. Lanadon for our decider match. Will it be an equalizer or will it be a 2-0 sweep for Aurora Gaming to be the third team in the M7 World Championship to make it to the knockout stage? Siggy Boom on a Claude. This time there is a change. Sanji will be on an Arlet.
I think also with Cuffin picking up the Kimmy, like this is probably one of his better performing heroes that we've seen him on throughout the Swiss stage. So he's going to have that. And there's also just a good amount of, I would say, crowd control on both sides. But Team Falcons, I think the hardest part for them is allowing Sano to scale up on this carry to get to that point. Because you already know, especially with Pagu playing the way he is on this show and how aggressive Aurora Gaming is, I mean, they're going to want to go ahead and start strong, even looking at the emblems here on how this is going, even that spatial migration for TNZ.
Yeah, so just like Han, TNZ will go for the Temporal Rain on the Guinevere here. Yeah, I like the fact that Boya went for Concussive Blast, knowing that TNZ is going to utilize this movement of his to clear out the jungle much faster. That's always the weakness for Fredrin. Great bargain hunter pickup there, and again for the gold laners, I'm a fan of the no Master Assassin, but double Festival of Blood.
Yeah, I want to see if Lunar can stop Sanji from moving around the map, because Sarisa has a pretty good laning phase against the Arlet, and I feel like against the Arlet you win not by getting kills, but just stop him from moving around.
Wait, look at this though. Boyan fell forward first. TNZ took a very odd path. After counter jungling, he went straight to green camp before he went to the orange buff, so it actually gives Boyet a chance to take some of the other green camps, and in the end, that invade early doesn't really pay off for TNZ at all.
Yeah, this is just basically showing us how confident Boyet is when he gets one of the utility heroes here, whether it's Fredrin or the Baksha. They're going to go spatial migration into the setup already as Sanji falls. Turtle's still going to be up though. Rosa setting up the RWM, and they're going to jump in, penalty zone as well. Boyet goes and cleans up the Turtle. He secures it, but at the cost of Troll's life. So 2 kills is the trade for the Turtle here, favoring Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, I feel like, exactly. I feel like this is so good for Aurora because getting those kills, you kind of don't care if all the other objectives going over to Team Falcons, because the people that you killed, Sanji as well as Troll, you're taking care of the front line, which makes it hard for Cuffin later on.
It's really, really good for Aurora. 2 kills for a Turtle is so worth it. And again, look at the mid prio that they have, man. The fact that they got the Grok not only was, you know, taking away the front lines, but it took, and you hate to see it, right as a purple was taken. Boyet really shook by that move.
Oh, Sanji gone again. The timing is off right now with the rotation for Team Falcons. And it's Aurora Gaming pressuring where they see that weak point.
The bad thing is, that Arlet was supposed to be the win condition. This draft is built so that he can shine. And now, he's not shining.
No, not, I mean, He's not even getting through the lane right now. 0, 2, and 0. The Terizla is dominating in the lane, and every time he rotates, he gets caught by the Guinevere, who now has a 3-buff start here.
Good wall tech charge too. Nice rampart. That's at least something for Team Falcons. Oh, that final slash is not the one. Utilizing the flicker too from Sanji. That is tough. Here's TNZ though. Spatial migration with the Requiem just to do some damage. And RWM drop 2. They're looking for the re-engage. They'll get it. Sanji falls for the 3rd time. And they even get a flicker out from Cup. And Team Falcons they're just shook, man.
It's deja vu from the previous game, man. Right as they were losing out of the early game, they just spent all their resources on Pagu, and they do it again here. Pagu's like, dude, I'm not on a Hilda, but I enjoy it just as much. The rest of my team gets so much value when you don't have those tech charges, those big ultimates, and the fact that Sanji used Final Slash.
Lunar jumped in with penalty zone. He's going to be cut off from the team, though. So he does defensively flicker out. There's a final slash, bringing Lunar back into the energy eruption as he falls. Another pickup. There's the kick, though. TNZ joined the fight. Has enough damage. Sanji falls once again. Turtle is up for the taking. Team Falcons has control, and they will be able to go ahead and secure it. But, man, they're losing the battles here.
Yeah, I feel like Team Falcons are a bit shook up. They gotta calm down. They gotta breathe in 4 seconds, hold it for 2, leg those 6, and then just reset. Because right now, I think Sanji at 4 minutes being 0-4 and 1, I think it's not in the right headspace.
Yeah, definitely not. But also, I think Aurora need to calm down too. That was a fight that was very unnecessary. While we were, doing the analysis portions, Lunar just jumped in on 3 members. Absolutely unnecessary, knowing the neutral objective is up. Them having a 1.5k goal lead earlier could have built it over to a 3k to really take Team Falcons out of the game. But instead, they look for random fights. And it's really been the story for Aurora Gaming, when they do get leads in the best of ones, this is usually what happens. They have leeways where enemy teams can actually exploit it and come back in the game. So for Aurora, it's all about closing the game now. It's all about building the lead first.
They kind of have the mindset of, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
We're not going to get punished.
Yeah,
And
but
then when
they
do
have
it's
been
like,
punished.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, Sanji again. This is gonna be the 5th death. He's just zoned in. Hurt still. The finesse though to stay alive. Still holding on to the flicker as well. Good. I mean, that's what he needed. Sanji cannot continue to go down here.
It's a good thing that he calmed down. It's like, I can't outplay this. I just need Zen. And he got Zen.
He took the 4-second breath you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and again, Aurora need to chill, dude, because they are really forgetting about how they built the lead early. The lead early was through, again, counter jungling for TNZ, taking away the purple buff, so also securing your own buff, right? There, purple buff take into a gank up top, when again, you have a 1.5k gold lead. You're not in a position where you need to be making these plays. All you need to do next is build on the neutral objectives. That gave so much tempo back to Team Falcons.
Applaud at this point. Even so, it's so painful, man.
Yeah, Siggy Boom, this is what he got to do last game. This game, pretty much the same thing, just go ahead and farm up. Rest of the team is causing enough ruckus around the map. So this last turtle game is up. Oh, there's Pagu going in with a kick into the RWM. Good tech charge, but Sanji has to get away as well. And Appraiser's Wrath is able to go ahead and pop off, but now Lunar in trouble. Sanji gets a big final slash from the back, but Lunar still survives because of the passive of the Terizla, that body of Smith. The fight for the third turtle still going. Troll deal with the brunt of the damage. They're going to go for this secure. Boyet's still in range, but TNZ will get the retribution off.
It's a good thing that Rosa is already out of mana, because if not, Troll would have got taken down. I gotta say, Team Falcons, they lost.
Oh, hold on! Whoa, TNZ! Why did he try to recall their Troll? Now TNZ going for more! Sano has the spinning wheel. Oh no, TNZ! Tried to cap it out, but just gets punished under the turret. But Lunar and Rosa will pick up a kill in the mid lane, and now Lunar trying to run. Pagu trying to help him out here just to disengage after getting the tier 1 in the mid.
So this is what it looks like when you have uncontrolled adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you wings, man, but the wings that they are using to fly right now, they're flying a bit too high sometimes, and they're getting dropped down because of it, dude. Both teams, not just Aurora, Falcons as well.
Yeah.
I don't know why Cuffin tried to defend that mid lane turret there with such low HP. TNZ, I saw the angle, if they were able to get a kill on Sano and the shutdown only goes to the other guy, makes sense. But it was still a risky move.
They watch a motivational video before the game starts. Here's some Jake Paul.
Oh, man.
Just confidence.
Just do it sometimes.
Just do it.
man.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Disclaimer.
Oh,
Boom.
okay, maybe. You know what? Maybe you don't want to get punished for that.
I think that one's okay though. Like they did bait out Flicker from Siggy Boom with the tech charge. I do want to say though, for Aurora Gaming again, you could definitely see how much better their comp just looks earlier in the turtle fight. Fagu's gonna be looking for something. I don't think he's able to get it. So, yeah. Aurora actually missed the combo if you didn't notice in that turtle fight. Pagu got the way the dragon, but Tianzi was off with the spatial migration. Couldn't get it, so the combo didn't lock them down. Still, they won the fight though, so it shows you how good the composition is at taking fights even when you don't get the combos. So for Aurora, I really think take less of those risks. Just play towards the team fights where you know you have a significant advantage over Team Falcons with a 1-5 Sanji on Arctic.
Yeah, honestly, you don't have to force out because Rosa on this Eve, again, one of the more winningest heroes here in the M7 World Championship. Just make sure Rosa doesn't die and Rosa keeps on free hitting, and you're good.
Oh, nope. Again, comboed to death. Siggy Boom in position when he didn't have the flicker. Very rough decision to deal with. And now without Siggy Boom, this should just be easy control for Team Falcons around the Lord. But Pagu trying to get a position as well. And they're holding it together. Tianzi trying to find his own entry point here. Sanji won't be able to land that final slash. And the Lord is secured by Boyet. The fight's still breaking out. Lunar trying to get away. And now Pagu will be the sacrifice here. So with that, Team Falcons gets them back in control of this game.
Mirko, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Can you help me out?
I have no idea as well, dude. Again, Aurora are just... They are...
It's like they were drinking water and someone was making a joke. It looks like they're joking.
They really are, dude. Again, we were just saying on how Aurora needs to just tone it back a bit.
Yeah.
Hey, chill. They were winning team fights even with missed combos. But then you see Siggy Boom try to do too much up top.
Oh no, he's gonna get caught too. He is not where he wants to be. Pop of the winner crown, but at what cost and for what? As he falls in the mid lane.
Yeah, but why is a good question indeed. Falcons has the lead now. If they win this after the start that they have, that's amazing.
It's a big tilter for Aurora for sure, and it's going to be a big, big momentum boost and confidence boost for Falcons.
Pagu trying to get away. Again, they're going to lock him down. A final slash too. Pagu can't get away from that one just yet. Sanji finally falls, and Pagu survived. The rest of the team still able to help him out as Boyet went down too. Man, Aurora Gaming, just on both sides, questionable things are happening here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Team Falcons look pretty good if they can take out Siggy Boom first, and that one Siggy Boom was free, deals a lot of damage, same as Rosa. So yeah, I feel like for Team Falcons, you kind of just have to take fights where you take out either one. I feel like even if they take out Rosa, I think it's going to be enough.
Yep. I think again, if we look back at it,
Tech charge can be used, but it's on Lunar. Pagu joining the fight as well. They're already quite low. Rosa just unleashing on the back. He takes out Troll. So with one kill now, Aurora Gaming will go ahead and look to take some damage on these tier 2 turrets. So it's just been a constant back and forth of a pick off here, a pick off there.
I'm just going to have to keep on repeating. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it is really true. Aurora just have the better composition to look for these team fights. So as long as they don't go and get picked up before the team fights, they can use those resources like that. You saw again how they were able to bait out the Purify. Rosa found an angle, popped in RWM, and was enough damage to take them down. The fact that Aurora also got Sanji so far behind in the start of the game means that there's not really any threat to the backline. Like Team Falcons are forced to play a pure front to back. And with the carries all behind, with the carries all having to deal with so many different things, a possible threat from spatial migration, possible CC from Lunar as well as the RWM zoning them, it really should just be Aurora looking for 5v5s around neutral objectives and not overthinking. They shouldn't try to do anything to they be doing too much.
We look at the damage as well. Rosa is doing about 20,000 damage higher than even the second guy. And that's Siggy Boom.
Exactly.
Yeah, Rosa's damage has been quite insane, and that's why, you know, again, the highlight here is their team composition around these objectives. As long as they don't lose one of their members right before these fights, they have that upper hand. So the Lord is up. They'll try to get in position. Tianzi kind of scouting things out, sees that that purple buff is over there still, but it's all about positioning here as Lord is at half health. And Troll will lead the charge. They'll go for a reset, though.
Yep, slow push up top. No reason for Aurora to take it. Now, this is what we were talking about. Take it slow, play with your advantages, don't go too crazy. Tianzi also holding this position is great.
Oh, TNZ wants to go for that back line if he can, especially for Cuff and Pagu. Jump in a little bit just to check things out. TNZ will hold that positioning, though, so not the window he's looking for.
Yeah. It's really on Troll for this one. I would say Sanji as well. If they're able to get Rosa or Sigmund, that's going to be good. But the fact that TNZ is at his position does make it pretty awkward. Because even if they have a good engage...
There's the kick. That's the engage, and it's on Cuffin. Cuffin trying to get away, but he can't. They're locked down, and Sano trying to get here for the fight. And the Appraiser's Wrath are going to be used as well, but Boyed is gone, and now Aurora Gaming running it down the tier 2. TNC jumps in again, but Sano's able to unleash with the spin wheels to keep them at bay, and Troll tries to get away, but the Void Crystal 2 burns him slightly, but Troll will survive. So 2 kills off of it, but now Aurora Gaming can take the Lord.
Falcons just doesn't have range here.
Yep.
That's the biggest problem. They just don't have range, and that's the problem when you have a carry on your team.
That's why we were talking about the carry. We were talking about the Kimmy pick as well. We were thinking of the Farsa maybe being an option because at least you would have range there against the Eve, but it would have been bad either way. Rosa
just...
Well, I guess that doesn't matter then.
There's so many positioning questions here, man.
Yeah. I guess it doesn't matter if the guy that has the longest range just gets close.
Exactly. If the range, I mean, I don't even know what the plan was there because there was going to be another wave that spawns with the Lord and they can actually reset, but we get to see the instant replay. And again, through those advantages that they set up, slow push up top, they split Falcons up while holding the Lord, and they were able to get TNC into a very good position so that it doesn't really matter what angle Pagu gets away the Dragon with. As long as he gets a kick, it will be instantly followed up by TNZ, and they were able to start the fight. In the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, it is Aurora still sticking through to a 5v5. And if they do stick to that, I really don't see an angle for Falcons because of the range advantage, unless Rosa walks up.
How are they going to play this out? They tried to delay the Lord as long as they could because Rosa went down earlier. So with Lord already taken care of, they still have these powered up waves to push in, but are they actually going to force a fight a little bit further here? Not sure if they really want to jump in under these turrets. Again, it just looks like they're going to take their time with it. Pagu jumping forward, but a Rampart will keep them at bay, and there's not going to be much else that Aurora Gaming can get after that Lord take.
I feel like that's the biggest worry, because in a game that we've seen a few throws, this is the point where a big throw could happen. The more you think they shouldn't, the more they're like, they're going to think we're not going to come in, so then we do it, because they won't be prepared for it. But then they were.
Yeah. So
just don't throw.
Just don't throw is a simple answer, but also now it gets a lot more dicier than that because Team Falcons have actually scaled up, right? Earlier, we would have been able to call every single mistake from Aurora, a throw, a choke, but now it could actually just be a Team Falcons maneuver to actually come back because one bad or one good proactive move, one guy's going to be shut down for sure. The single target damage that they have from Falcons can't be ignored anymore. Tianzi might not even be able to pop and win a crown before he actually dies because it's quick. Sano fully stacked up on the DHS and the Golden Staff, Corrosion side, plus the ult. People are going to go down in an instant, dude.
Yeah. Definitely so. I mean, even with this, either could really go either way, you know, for that next Lord. I don't think they're going to, I feel like both teams have kind of simmered down a bit after how hectic the early and mid game was here. And yeah, there has to be some catch up a little bit, you know, across some of the lanes, but more so it's more about that execution. A big part of this is that combination we've seen, just like for the previous Lord take, where it was that kick from Pagu with the Guinevere to set things up. And if that's missed, you still have a couple options that you can play with, but it's going to be kind of tough for Aurora Gaming.
I'm really not a fan of the win of nature here from Sigiboom. It's a magic damage dealer for Cuffin. It is Sano on true damage. And then so much CC with you not having a Purify.
Yep.
I think Winter Crown is the best option to go for Sigiboom over the Wind of Nature.
Well, let's see what happens here. Lord's going to be for the fight. RWM already dropped down. They come down to the Retribution, and Tienzi will get it. But now Team Falcons on the run, but a big final slash. There's Siggy Boom coming through. Can he survive? He goes back with the BMI, and they go in further. Pagu falls. Just no one falling from Team Falcons until now. Cuffin already gets a double. Now Siggy Boom in trouble, trying to disengage, but Cuffin gets a triple. He's going for the Maniac. He's going to run down Tienzi, but stopped in his tracks and all that. Team Falcons only lost Boyet.
And honestly, Team Falcons played that perfectly, and Aurora, they played that unnecessarily.
They got the lore. There was no reason to go and pull it forward, and now they might actually lose this game because of it. 8 seconds on Lunar.
Team Falcons, they see the win in sight. They see game 3 ahead of them. We're going to work on the base. Tienzi doing what he can, but it's just not enough. What a blunder from Aurora Gaming as Team Falcons takes game 2.
I gotta say, we called out a lot of the plays, but even we're surprised. Because we're like, this is the biggest time for you to make a mistake. And then it happened. But hey, you know what? Shout out to Sano. He made that carry look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so speechless again. Just the... Oof. I wish I was streaming instead of casting.
Yeah.
I just wish I was streaming.
That is...
Remember the video that they were like, even in wins, they were arguing, well, in this one,
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should have a lot to say because especially when you consider there was no big reason for you to change the draft. And Gwyn, mind you, still has a 0% win rate from day 1 of wildcards to us almost finishing Swiss stage up until now. There's 0 Guinevere wins.
Yeah, it's...
And this is the most tilting one because it's not the Guinevere's fault. It's just them making it so much more difficult than it should be.
Exactly.
That's why I was saying leading up to that fight, you know, it's going to be difficult for Aurora to pull off if they don't get that setup that they were looking for around the objective. And Team Falcons did an amazing job. There was a couple item swaps towards the end of that last fight too that really played a part of that. Because, again, after everything was thrown at them, especially in their corridor around the jungle, no one went down except Boyet, you know? And that alone, to be able to kind of bob and weave through all that damage being thrown at them and still survive it is just showcasing that Team Falcons knew the plan. They knew what they had to do. Sano, I don't think he went down at all in that entire game, you know? And so on a hero that typically doesn't do as well against the Claude, you know, that's quote-unquote a losing matchup, right, in terms of statistics. He stayed alive throughout all that crowd control and all that objective prowess that lineup from Aurora Gaming had.
Yeah, I gotta say, in games like this is the most difficult for analysis because most of your analysis is just gonna be the same thing, which is, why were you there?
Yeah.
Right? It's like you say, you will sound like a broken record, but you're not wrong. It's like, okay, why did Rosa get caught here? Why did you here? Why did you fight in this situation? Why did you buy this item? It's all just why, instead of saying like how the opponents really outplayed it, you know?
And I'll just be honest with you, man, this was just incredibly disappointing.
Yeah.
How have we forgotten about just basic fundamentals of MLBB? Like, I mean, how are we going Wind of Nature when we're up against a comp like that with no Purify? I really don't understand it.
You take Rose Gold, you take Immortal.
We literally just called it out as well. Should have been Winter Crown instead of Wind of Nature. And then we saw the fight that determined the game. If he had Winter Crown, game's over. Aurora 2-0.
Because he could have literally just popped the Winter Crown in that fight while he was blazing duet.
Exactly.
Healed back up, and then he wouldn't have been so low. When he decided also to go back into that fight, it's just a lot of whys.
Yeah, a lot of whys, but we got to look at the MVP by Real Me here. 6-0-4, Sano. Again, playing an amazing game. Much different when he's not facing a Hardy, which is like, why did you just... I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, really, I mean, you got to give the man props, man. He was doing a really good job. The positioning was on point, and we were talking about how carry against the Claude was a really bad matchup, which is true. 77% win rate for the Claude before the series, but now it's like down to 70. Shout out to Redmar for, you know, talking about the stats there in the group chat. But 6-0-4, 56,000 total damage dealt, GPM pretty high as well. Nothing too crazy in itemization, you know. Rose Gold Meteor as well. That's why he got really, really low towards the end there. It was just because it was a cancel. But I think the Fredgen knocked up the Claude. Yeah. That's why the Blazing Duet didn't continue.
And he also used the Wind of Nature while all of that was going on, fight, sell, and all. But yeah, this is again one of those games where you're looking at it, it's like, okay, Aurora had a pretty good start. We have to remember, Sanji was 0-4 in the first 4 minutes. How do you fumble that?
Yeah, that is a really, really good question.
And it's not that Team Falcons played perfectly after that as well.
Falcons were just reacting this game, right? Aurora were the ones that were making very unnecessary moves all across the board. They were constantly making these big mistakes, and it led to Falcons coming back into the game. Again, take a look at Siggy Boom. Whenever the Blazing Duet doesn't get cancelled, you do see proper damage. This was the play where they were able to find a really good angle there. What a flank by Tianzi. Pagu just kicked it towards him, and he got Spatial Migration. But then, let's take a look at the next fight, right? Let's highlight that Winter Crown, the Wind of Nature choice over the Winter Crown again. On a Claude, Wind of Nature, when you're up against true damage of a carry, when you're up against magic damage of Cuffin, and you're up against so much CC, and you don't have Purify, so your Blazing Duet's going to be cancelled. Take a look at this. They go for the Lord, they take it, right? First step should be already back away, play with the Lord. But they decide to take, look, if this was Winter Crown, he got cancelled.
He got knocked up, yeah.
He got knocked up. That's why the Blazing Duet didn't go through all the way. If you have Winter Crown, it would have at least been one more member dead, or more members lower, right? Like, so many things could have happened. And like you said, Naisu, the fact that he went back in after already using everything, Wind of Nature down, Flicker down, Blazing Duet down. I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah.
I don't know which one was worse. Not going for Winter Crown, or going back in, or just starting the fight initially after getting Lord. I don't know which one's worse.
I would say not getting with the crown. Because I think there's potential.
That
with the
one
crown, he could have won, yeah.
That one change of item, that would have been a very different team fight, at least towards the end of it, you know. And it's just unfortunate because it's those little things that have huge impacts here. Because, yeah, Aurora Gaming, it was that, of course, that team fight, but also a lot of the positions that they found themselves in. And clearly, like you said, it's a fundamental thing that really had to be adjusted from here, because this was a grind for Team Falcons to get back and get this victory for Game 2. And even for Sanji, like Sanji to go through that hell that he went through in the early game, being 0-4, and then being able to be very useful on the Arla, especially towards those end of the fights there, you know, that's the whole take a deep breath, lock back in, and help turn this game around. And this was a huge team effort. Troll as well in the Grok, man. He had a lot of good tech charges and even ramparts that really changed some of those team fights towards that big Lord fight that we saw, where Aurora Gaming just, you know, lost that fight, lost that game.
GG's.
Well, we're going to